And we're going to hold up cue cards when we want you to applaud or boo. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Today is probably the favorite day of all the commissioners. We discovered how much we love doing the Pitkin County Cares Awards. And these are the 2024 Pitkin County Cares Awards. And I asked Charlotte Anderson, who kind of keeps things together for us, keeps the wheels on over at the county, if she could tell me how long Pitkin County Cares has been going. And Patty, 24, thank you. I've just been given, thank you for that. It's been going for 24 years now, where we recognize citizens who've given great service and done wonderful things for our community. But I want to go back farther than that because it occurred to me the other day, we're going to see the 150th birthday of Albert Schweitzer coming next year. Albert Schweitzer came to Aspen in 1949. If you don't know who he was, you might want to look him up. He was probably the preeminent humanist and philosopher of the early and mid-20th century. And he was invited to come to Aspen from Africa by the Pepkas to give a speech at the very beginning of the Aspen idea at the Goethe Bicentennial. He came to give a speech on Goethe and kind of express some of his philosophy of service. And I think that infected our community back then because what sprouted from that were all the great music festivals and events, things that we've had in this community since then. And I think everybody in this room probably volunteers for more than one or two things, and everyone else in our community does as well. And I want to just say, I think that's unique. That's unique to us. And I also think that the volunteerism and the sense of giving and service in our community is the glue that holds us all together. And so I just wanted to remember Albert Schweitzer and what he did when the Pepkas so presciently and thoughtfully brought him here to help kick off what became the foundation of modern Aspen. So I'm going to put forth that this is a descendant activity and where we can really celebrate this spirit of giving and volunteerism. And I don't know where else on the planet it happens. And so I'm just so grateful to be part of this with all of you and my fellow commissioners. So anyway, with that, we're going to get started. We have a special guest this morning. There's a group called Aspen Noise in town that I hadn't heard of, and Barbara Blumsma has brought them here. They were nominated, and she was nominated by Nicholas Vesey, the chaplain out at the Aspen Chapel, and they've decided they're going to come and perform a song for us. So I think we'll just cut to that, and then Steve will come up to present the first award. So take it away, Barbara, and Aspen Noise.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Woohoo! Yeah. We're glad to be here with you to highlight just a few, the Pitco Service Awards for those whose hearts have poured. The many ways they share show how much they really care. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. The truth is we are one, living under the sun. Together we can be the good we want to see. Our valley is the place where the mountains do embrace. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
It's really nice seeing a couple of the people I've sung on with the Aspen Choral Society and at the Aspen Chapel. So I have this thing to read about Barbara Bloomsma, but it does not include something that I know that she did in the past. For 6 years, Barbara was on the Pitkin County Senior Council, and she was a dynamo on the Senior Council. She organized this whole thing working with high school kids and then getting some of them to volunteer to come to the senior center to help our seniors at the senior center with technological things and whatnot. So I wanted to recognize that because it doesn't say anything about that on here. So this is a proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners of Pitkin County, Colorado, honoring Barbara Bloomsma. Whereas Barbara Bloomsma has worked tirelessly to include people of all abilities in her choir called Aspen Noise, a multi-generational singing group that ranges in age from 5 to over 90. And whereas Barbara Bloomsma's Aspen Noise Choir sings at the Sardi House holiday season opening every year, and they are regulars at the Aspen Chapel and at venues all around town. And whereas some of the singers that Barbara leads in her choir use a wheelchair and are disabled, including local superstars Max Grange and Danielle Coulter. Yeah. Who helped to create the group's unique harmonic diversity. And whereas through singing and dancing, Barbara Bloomsma leads her choir in an atmosphere that is free from judgment and whose mission it is to gather in community, connect generations, and to share joy. The choir won the Colorado Inclusivity Award in 2016. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Barbara Bloomsma with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Award, dated this 10th day of September 2024.
Thank you very much, and I'm very grateful for this. And it really is true that everybody, all of you, are always welcome to sing with us. We sing all over the place, and we have it structured so you can kind of just show up and jump in, maybe one rehearsal. And I'm very grateful. This means a lot to me, so thank you very much.
All right, good morning. I have the great pleasure of recognizing Robert Helsing. Is Robert here with us today? Come on up. Robert is being recognized as one of our rising stars in the Pitkin County community. A proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners of Pitkin County. Whereas moving to Aspen in 2021 from California, Robert Helsing quickly embraced everything the Roaring Fork Valley had to offer, especially skiing. While talking with friends, Robert realized not all students in the valley had easy access to the mountains. Determined to remove financial barriers and give more kids a chance to ski and snowboard, Robert took action. And whereas after brainstorming with fellow students, Robert founded the nonprofit Aspen Inclusion Project. AIP's mission is to reduce inequality by providing students from under-resourced communities with educational and athletic enrichment opportunities. AIP pairs middle and high school students with tutors, and after completing tutoring sessions, participants receive up to 7 free ski or snowboard lessons. And whereas a rising senior at Aspen High School, Robert has proven to be a strong leader within the school and the greater community. He is passionate about his work with AIP, aiming to build a program where financial issues are irrelevant and create a supportive skiing community. Robert truly embodies what it means to be a community player. His strong desire to give back and positively impact his community is admirable. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Robert Helsing with a Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Rising Stars Award.
Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm looking for Madison Nelson, Claire Williams, and Mila Vordenhar to come up. I see, who's all here? Just you two? Come on up. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? This is really fun. Okay. I'm going to read this. Realize I don't have my glasses. Good luck, everybody. Can you hold that? No. No, I'm good, thanks. Okay. This is for Madison Nelson, Claire Williams, and Mila Vardenhart. I probably butchered that. Whereas rising seniors Madison Nelson, Claire Williams, and Mila Vardenhar have demonstrated exceptional leadership in the Aspen High School Gender and Sexuality Alliance Club and the broader Roaring Fork Valley through their roles with the Gender and Sexuality Alliance Valley-wide leaders. And whereas Madison Nelson and Claire Williams have been pivotal in creating valley-wide opportunities for connection and support. Notably, they helped organize a youth event during Aspen Gay Ski Week, fostering community among LGBTQ+ youth. They launched the Read the Rainbow book club for Valley youth aged 14 to 18, promoting inclusivity, a love for literature, and they planned the inclusive prom. And whereas their commitment extends to helping younger students and creating inclusive environments, they produce a magazine that highlights issues facing queer youth through art, poetry, personal stories. And whereas Madison Nelson and Mila Vanderhaar have presented to Aspen School District staff and freshman health classes, advocating for improved LGBTQ+ education, and teaching transgender support tactics. Their efforts have provided comfort, built confidence, and underscored that better education is crucial for suicide prevention. And whereas Madison, Claire, and Mila truly embody the spirit of rising stars, using their leadership to foster inclusivity and support for LGBTQ+ youth in the Roaring Fork Valley. Their dedication is both admirable and impactful. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Madison Nelson, Claire Williams, and Mila Vanderhaar with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Rising Stars Award. Congratulations. I am so proud of this group. They're great friends with my kids and have been both inspirational and supportive, and I just think the world of you. And I've been watching you for a long time, and I've got to say, they're going somewhere. Rising Star is the perfect name for these people. And they were nominated by Alyssa Schenk. Up next is Kelly.
Okay, we really have the cool honor of recognizing many rising stars this year. And the next one I'd like to invite up is Greta Holton. Is Greta here today? Hi. This proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners of Pitkin County honoring Greta Holton. Whereas recognizing the decline in literacy in our nation, rising Aspen High School senior Greta Holton is dedicated to helping struggling readers in the Roaring Fork Valley. In 2023, she founded the nonprofit Aspen Little Library to provide the community with more books and more significant opportunities for reading. And whereas strategically placing book boxes in high traffic locations, such as RAFTA bus stops, has proven an excellent way to engage people and spark an interest in reading. Aspen Little Library provides access to books and fosters a culture of reading and learning. Greta's initiative bridges the gap for those needing more book access, creating a more inclusive and educated community. And whereas, by prioritizing literacy, Greta addresses a critical national issue and makes a tangible difference locally. Her commitment to improving literacy rates, especially among the youth, is commendable, and her ability to recognize a pressing issue and take decisive action at a young age is a testament to her character and potential. Now therefore be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Greta Holton with a Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Rising Stars Award. Congratulations. Yes, yes.
I just want to say this would not be possible without the community and the way they have received my project and also supported me so much. And I just wanted to say thank you.
How many have gotten books from the Little Free Library? I have gotten books from the Little Free Library. I'm sure many in this room, so congratulations.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. It is always an honor and a pleasure to be able to present these awards. I've been doing it for almost as long as the awards have been given out, so it's really fun to be back here again. So I would be honoring today Lindsay Waldeck. Is Lindsay here? Come on up here. You're accepting? And you are?
I'm Katie Garcia.
Hi, Katie.
Coordinator for the program.
Oh, great, great. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Whereas Lindsay Waldeck is a rising star at Aspen High School and has been an active and committed participant in the Buddy Program, Buddy Program's peer-to-peer program, and whereas since she was a sophomore, Lindsay has been showing up as a leader and a role model for both of her little buddies, and whereas Lindsay Waldeck is a committed, reliable, and fun mentor who has an amazing ability to truly connect with the mentees she's paired with. She's there every week during her lunch hour to visit with her little buddy and have tons of fun together. And whereas Lindsay Waldeck has supported her mentees in building up their self-esteem and finding their voice, and she's there by their side every step of the way. Whereas it's making crafts, whether it's making crafts or group games, she's there with her little buddy with a big smile and ready to help. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Lindsay Waldeck with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Rising Star Award. And thank you for being here. Did you guys stand up?
So Lindsay couldn't be here today, but I'm here accepting the award on her behalf. Lindsay's been a big buddy in our peer-to-peer program. That's where high schoolers go and visit their little buddies at the elementary school up here in Aspen for 3 years. So she's coming back. And she's just been such an amazing leader, super positive role model, and I'm excited to accept this award on her behalf. So thank you.
Could I have Jeffy Butler come up, please? Hi. So this is a proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners of Pitkin County, Colorado, honoring Jeffy Butler. Whereas for over a decade, Jeffy Butler has served on the Compass Board, which supports our Valley's public charter schools, the Aspen Community School, and the Carbondale Community School, which I might add that both Francie and I are former teachers from Carbondale Community School. Whereas Jeffy Butler's commitment to enhancing the lives of children, families, and teachers in Pitkin County radiates pure goodness, she is admired from afar by administrators, parents, and teachers who marvel at her can-do attitude, no matter how daunting the challenge. And whereas armed with her signature sunglasses and a heart filled with gold, where are your sunglasses? Jeffy Butler works to welcome and engage every person she encounters to become partners in their children's education. In times of challenge, including budget shortfalls, the pandemic, etc., she listens and then rolls up her sleeves and gets to work. And whereas Jeffy Butler's leadership has kept schools open, secured needed fundraising dollars, and helped the schools to retain their most precious resource, their teachers, and whereas while Jeffy Butler's work in the schools is time-consuming, she never misses a moment to ask, "How are you doing?" Giving special attention to the people and fabric that creates community resilience. Whereas never one to shy away from a challenge, Jeffy Butler tirelessly advocates for policies and practices that create belonging, propel student learning, and simply make the place we call home better. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Jeffy Butler with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Education Award. Congratulations.
Well, usually I'm in front of all of you looking for the liquor license for the family hoedown, so I'm not looking for a liquor license today. Okay. I first went up to the Mesa in Woody Creek in 2010. I was pretty newly married and new to the community and had a 3-year-old, and it became pretty evident to me pretty quickly that education would be my thread into the community. So as much as I'm honored for this award, I want to thank the amazing choice in public education that our kids in this valley have, and I'll keep rolling up my sleeves. Although there is some talk about term limits on the Compass board, so, but maybe I can become an ex officio or member. But thank you all for this award. Thank you to the commissioners, and I'll keep rolling up my sleeves and wearing my sunglasses.
Congratulations, Jeffy. You never know where paths are going to cross. This one is for Delia Malone, whom I know as Dee. Yeah, pop it back in. Okay. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Dee. This is a proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners of Pitkin County honoring Delia Malone. Whereas, well into her 8th lap around the sun. I don't know what that means. 80th? No.
No, only 70.
Ecologist Delia Malone works tirelessly to protect our native plants and animals and the habitats they require. And whereas Delia Malone is known to rise at dawn and walk miles to observe and complete surveys in areas of the backcountry that she believes are threatened. Armed with her specific scientific data, she shares what she knows with the community and its decision makers, with an emphasis on habitat protections and improvements. And whereas, as a high schooler, Delia Malone was concerned about the environmental impacts of the Winter Games being proposed in Colorado, and she helped gather signatures to oppose the Winter Olympics in the state, a cause that was supported by the voters in 1972. Whereas Delia Malone has served as co-chair of the local chapter of the Sierra Club and vice chair of the Roaring Fork Audubon Society. Over the years, she has been involved with the North Star Nature Preserve, the Stream Initiative for Pitkin County, the Index of Biological Integrity of the Aspen Global Change Foundation, Independence Pass Foundation, and the Crystal River Wild and Scenic Coalition, among other causes. And whereas Delia Malone has advocated for the reintroduction of wolves in Colorado, a cause that after years of research and hard work found popular support in statewide elections. Malone is among many environmentalists who work to educate the public about biodiversity, for which wolves are believed to play an important role. And whereas, despite the fact that the powers that be do not always agree with her opinions, Delia Malone is known to definitely not to retreat, from a controversial view, and holds tightly to her convictions when it comes to protecting the environment, and the community is most often the beneficiary of that. Now therefore be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Delia Malone with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Environmental Award.
Well, especially appreciated because we haven't always agreed. And so especially appreciated that I'm up here. And I can guarantee that I'm not going to stop now.
Okay, I've got to give some backstory on this one. Dee Dee, will you come up here, please? Dee Dee Brinkman has been a dear friend and has shaped the course of my life in multiple ways. And when I saw that you had been nominated and were part of this, I was so excited to have you here. Dee Dee first came on my radar when I was trying to get into the film industry. And she helped me start a career which went for 30 years in filmmaking, commercials and then features and documentary filmmaking. And I had a full career doing that. And then when one of our friends maliciously asked if I would run for commissioner, Dee Dee got fully on board and supported me in such a way that unfortunately my worthy opponents didn't have a chance. And so I realized, wow, she's really had a huge impact on me personally. And so to see what else she's done in the community, and actually, Dee Dee, I had no idea. I know you're friends with everyone, but I had no idea. So this is going to be fun. Dee Dee Brinkman has been volunteering with Pathfinder Angels for over 20 years. Pathfinders is a local psychosocial support program for cancer and chronically ill patients, for those suffering from grief and loss, for caregivers, and for family members. And whereas Dee Dee Brinkman not only makes and delivers meals, but she provides comfort for Pathfinder clients in the form of her beautiful handmade gift baskets through the conversations she has when she personally delivers their baskets and meals. And whereas for over 2 decades, Dee Dee Brinkman has been an important cog in the Pathfinder's mission to help its clients focus on the emotional and spiritual issues they often face with a diagnosis or a loss of a loved one. And whereas Dee Dee Brinkman continues to be a face of the Angels, she continually gives her time, energy, and donations to this local nonprofit that the community has come to rely on. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Dee Dee Brinkman with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Good Samaritan Award. Come on down, Dee Dee. And she has many great stories to tell.
I'm humbled. There's so many people in this community that do so much. The Pathfinders, when we started, we were Valley Angels, and I was so observant of the impact that this organization has on the Valley. Allison Daly, who is an angel, as we all know, she and Debbie Kreutzer, who organizes the meals, have run an enormously responsible organization. It's impactful, it's kind, it's generous. We've expanded. When Allison, I think, has 12 or 13 grief and loss counselors, we take meals all the way to Glenwood Springs. It gives me so much pleasure to be able to do this and see how we impact people's lives. And I can't thank you enough. I'm a little nervous. I'm actually quite humbled, and I appreciate this and all of you. And I ran Francie's campaign too, so I'm responsible.
I have to say one more thing about Dee Dee. She's an amazing artist. And at the art show a couple of years ago, I bought one of her paintings of a chicken, and it sits right next to my coffee machine. So I look at it at least once a day and think of Dee Dee.
Thank you.
Okay. This is is an amazing award for an amazing woman who literally gave birth to this community. So Linda Vieira, I know you're, oh, there she is. Hi, how are you? Thanks for being here. So, whereas Linda Vieira has been supporting reproductive health access for women and their families in Aspen. Oh, closer. I can't because then nobody will be able to see me because I'm blocked by the mic. But I can't because it's scotch taped on here and it's about ready to fall off. The whole thing is ready to fall off. So.
Is that better?
Okay, I'm going to reinforce your scotch tape. All right. Is that good now? She always does this to me. Hi, Linda. Linda Vieira has been supporting reproductive health access for women and their families in Aspen and Pitkin County for over 40 years. And whereas Linda Vieira is a volunteer board member for the Pitkin County Public Health and has been on the staff of the nonprofit Safety Net Clinic Community Health Services for more than 4 decades, and whereas her expertise as a bilingual and bicultural certified nurse midwife is not only an asset to the mission of the Pitkin County Public Health Board, but she also helps Community Health Services in its mission to lead family planning, access, and health equity. And, we're gonna keep going. Whereas Linda Vieira is passionate about reproductive justice and maternal health, believing that preventative health services can have a direct impact on maternal morbidity and mortality, prevent teen pregnancy, and increase access to family planning health services for low-income or uninsured individuals. And whereas Linda has given more than her fair share of flu and COVID vaccinations as a volunteer immunization clinics over the years offered at senior health fairs, local drive-thrus. We're not talking In-N-Out Burger, we're talking local drive-thrus, and mobile sites. She has presented to Aspen High School classrooms about birth control, reproductive anatomy, and the importance of preventing sexually transmitted diseases. When Linda isn't serving the community as a full-time midwife and health educator, she volunteers her nursing expertise at children's outdoor education programs. Whereas Linda's leadership, endurance, work ethic, and dedication to healthcare access for all is something to celebrate in our community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Linda Vieira and with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Health Award. Thank you so much. How you doing?
They wanted to know how many babies I've delivered. I delivered babies for 30 years at Aspen Valley Hospital, so quite a few. And some of you here were the parents of the babies I delivered. I came here 47 years ago, little knowing I'd still be, I'm not delivering babies anymore, but still, helping the women in our community. And for 30 years, it was helping the women and men in our community become parents, which was really important. And now I've run the gamut from delivering babies to helping people through menopause now. So that's a very important thing to do. And there are so many mentors, and I thank you, Logan, for nominating me, and thank you for all the great women that I work with at Community Health and also in my office in Aspen. And it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to have known and know all of you. And I treasure this honor. Thank you so much.
I would just like to add, Linda sits on our Board of Public Health, and I have the honor of being the chair. Patty is the
The vice.
Is it the vice? The alternate. Patty's the alternate. And Linda helped get us through the pandemic, which was perhaps the most trying and stressful sort of board meeting you could imagine during the pandemic, when we had 1,400 or 1,500 people on the calls, and we were having to shut down businesses and furlough and look for funding to support people through the pandemic. And Linda has been as solid as she ever was counseling parents, helping us with our board. And I can't remember the exact year you came on, but I know you've been so valuable on our Board of Health, and I hope you really, I don't think there are term limits, so you may be a lifer. Thank you.
This one is for John Emmerich. I'm glad it worked out that you guys had it on the same day so you come together. I have to tell you that this doesn't include, I think, his hardest job, which is being chair of the Crystal River Caucus. It is a contentious caucus, and John does an amazing job with it. Proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners of Pitkin County honoring John Emmerich. Whereas John Emmerich has served as the Telecommunications Advisory Board, formerly called the Translator Advisory Board, since 2008. In his 16 years in that capacity, and as its current chair, John recognizes the importance of maintaining reliable communication systems in our mountainous community. And whereas John Emmerich's dedicated participation on the Telecommunications Advisory Board is even more important because he is a resident of the Crystal River Valley, where reliable access to radio, television, emergency communications, and broadband internet are critically important to the more remote regions of Pitkin County. And whereas John Emmerich served in the Navy as a communications officer on a warship, an experience that may have ingrained in him an all-hands-on-deck attitude when it comes to Pitkin County's responsibility to serve its constituency with the best communication systems available. And whereas John Emmerich and his fellow telecommunications board members see to it that communities from Aspen to Redstone have adequate access to critical communications media and technologies, including emergency and commercial radio, television coverage, and the broadband internet. John has been instrumental in the continued leadership, decision-making, advocacy, and guidance from the Telecommunications Advisory Board in the effective application of county resources in the public's best interest. So whether it's the fire department communicating a wildfire or gas leak evacuation, or just the ability to tune into the latest news and entertainment, residents of Pitkin County can rest assured that they are connected and informed. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize John Emmerich with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Civics Award. Congratulations, John.
Thank you, Francie, and to all my other friends on the Board of County Commissioners. This is such a great community, and you've done so much for me. It's important for me to be able to give back in some way. So I really appreciate. This is quite an honor to receive this award, and thank you so much. Thank you all.
This marks kind of a milestone for me. I've been doing this for 12 years, and this is my last one to give. So Leslie, please come up. I have had more tears doing the Pitkin County Cares Awards over the years because this is such a special day. Now, Leslie is not receiving this award, but it's the award is for Dave Myler and Bill Lamont, Leslie's dad, who has passed away. I had the honor of working with both of them when we were working on, trying to develop the housing coalition in the early days. So seeing the progress of that. I wish your dad were here to kind of celebrate where we are. He's watching, I know. Whereas the late Bill Lamont, a Carbondale resident and formative planner, along with Dave Myler, local attorney, started a conversation at the grocery store in Carbondale several years ago that has since sparked a regional housing movement. And whereas Dave Myler and Bill Lamont encouraged community leaders up and down the Roaring Fork and Colorado River valleys to face the urgency of the affordable housing crisis. And by April 2022, the West Mountain Regional Housing Coalition was formed. And whereas 9 governmental agencies have joined forces, including Eagle and Pitkin counties, and the municipalities of Aspen, Snowmass Village, Basalt, Carbondale, and Glenwood Springs, Colorado Mountain College is also a coalition member. And whereas, as a result of the vision kindled by Bill Lamont and Dave Myler, an affordable housing buy-down program was created, helping locals purchase homes that might be lost to the short-term rental market in exchange for a deed restriction to keep them in the long-term affordable housing market. And whereas it just goes to show you that 2 people with a passion to do something good can combine their intelligence, grace, and passion to create something that will have an important and long-lasting positive impact on our mountain communities. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County are honored to recognize Dave Myler and the late Bill Lamont with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Civics Award. Thank you, Leslie, for accepting this program.
Thank you. I did talk to David Myler, and he thanks you for this award, and on behalf of my mom and my family, I can get through this. Thank you very much. And David right now is at West Point on the Hudson. But he asked me to pass on to you that he said he and my dad, they had the idea, but everyone else has made this happen. As John was talking about, this great community. And David said, you know, the most important ingredient of all of this is funding. And if he and my dad were here today, they would be giving you a standing ovation for putting the measure on the ballot for affordable housing funding. And to quote David, we need a lot of money, and this is meaningful and extraordinary work. Thank you.
Leslie and I go way back on that stuff. Leslie and I, when she was on the Board of Commissioners, went through boxes of Kleenex at meetings. And we still do. So I always carry a little stash here for Leslie. But it is truly my honor to recognize a truly honorable man. Michael Behrens, would you please come up here? Over here. Right next to me. I've known Michael for many, many years through thick and thin and back again. So this is the most esteemed award. This is the Greg Mace Award, which my brother-in-law, the late Willard Clapper, was a recipient of some years back. So it's with honor, Michael. Michael Barrett, love this story, moved to Aspen in the late 1960s, bought a ramshackle motel called the St. Moritz, and immediately immersed himself in causes that protected his cherished community and helped the underdog. Whereas Michael Barrett was a member of the Aspen City Council during a time of strict growth control from 1973 to 1981. He helped create the Walking Mall in downtown Aspen and donated one of the first mall benches on Hyman Avenue, engraved with his daughters Katie and Megan's names. As a city councilman, Michael was known for making citizens' arrests. Of those he caught trying to drive in the mall or who had open containers of alcohol. Michael. He has long been a cheerleader for public transportation, the creation of parks and playgrounds, height restrictions on downtown buildings, worker housing, the renovation of the Wheeler Opera House, and the construction of the City of Aspen's municipal golf course. He has also been a vocal critic of development on Shadow Mountain. And whereas Michael Barrett, who has a background in psychology, I didn't know that. Well, congratulations. Served on the Touchstone Board, one of Aspen's first nonprofit mental health organizations founded by the late Helen Clanderud. He is a member of the Historic Preservation Task Force and financially supports the Aspen Historical Society, Aspen Valley Land Trust, Aspen Music Festival and School, Aspen Santa Fe Ballet, Rocky Mountain Institute, the Colorado and Democratic National Committees, and Planned Parenthood. Whereas back in the day, Michael Barrett was known to voluntarily set Nordic tracks around the city golf course with his snowmobile way before the Aspen Snowmass Nordic Council came into existence. These days, he can be found unofficially gardening along the Shadow Mountain Bike Trail. And the gardens at the St. Moritz are beautiful, and the swimming pool is awesome, I might add. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Pitkin County Commissioners and the people of Pitkin County, in the spirit of Greg Mace and his lifelong commitment to volunteerism, are honored to recognize Michael Barrett with the Pitkin County Cares Volunteer Service Greg Mace Award.
Thank you. It takes a community, you know, and it's really touching to be part of it. I'd like to deflect a little bit and tell a little story about Greg Mace's father, Stuart Mace, a craggy, sturdy kind of a guy. And at one point, I, for some reason, was at a meeting of the commissioners in the old commissioners' room in the courthouse. And Stuart was sitting beside me, and the item that he was there for came up. Thank you. Came up that the beavers up at the end of the valley had been plugging up the culverts, and there was a plan to remove the beavers. And Stuart stood up and said, "Listen, I've come to speak for the beavers." And with that, tears started pouring down his face, you know, and it stopped everything. The commissioners made a couple of fast motions. The beavers were taken care of, and Stuart and I walked out the front door. And I turned to him and I said, "You know, that was really, really moving." And he said, "Oh, Michael, it was the arthritis."
I was wondering where you were going with this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's on the Okay, folks, that wraps up our awards for today, I believe. And I do know that we have some refreshments in the back, and I'd love it if everybody could stick around as long as they care to, only because it'd be fun to talk to all of you if we have a chance to. But I also know how busy we are. Charlotte's sending me a message. What is that?
Refreshments aren't here quite yet,
Oh.
but they will be. But I think Abby needs a group picture of all the
great, thank you. All the recipients, if we can, maybe come up in front of the screen and do does that work? If we can get everybody to come back up to take a photo, that would be great. And I'll just roll this out of the way. Thank you all for being here. Stick around if you can.